Recently, for the past few weeks, everything's been going wrong. Most notably when someone who I considered an ally betrayed me on multiple occasions, resulting in the deaths of myself as well as my teammates. But with the player in question being incredibly skilled, regular strategies simply won't work, with this player being deemed by many as immortal. So that's why over the next 7 days, I'm going to be obtaining every single banned item on this server and utilize all of them to finally fight back against my now strongest enemy, Flame Frags. And it all starts with the Nether. As always, because when does it not? Since the first item I need to get is none other than Minecraft's strongest weapon, End Crystals. With the ability to one-shot even the most stacked players, this is a really dangerous item to have, hence why they're banned. But killing someone with these is pretty lame, I'll be honest with you, even to my standards, so I'll be saving them as a last resort. Unfortunately, getting my hands on these isn't as simple as just going to the store and buying them. You see, you actually have to craft End Crystals using gas tiers, also known as my least favorite item to obtain. And why is that, you may ask? Well, it all goes back to when... Because gas suck, that's why. Oh my god, finally, bro. Please. Wait, I need to get him with looting. Please. And no gas tier dropped. Well, isn't that just unlucky? I'm sure that won't be a recurring problem though, right? Wow, that was a lot of gas. Guess how many tiers we got? 8. We got 8. But it'll have to do, since we're trying to get as many banned items as we can in a week, so I can't really spend too much time focusing on one item. So after gathering the remaining ingredients, we now have a couple End Crystals, which if we do use, we'll have to use wisely. So on the second day, I started to gather the next item we'd need, which are tipped arrows, which if you don't know, are special arrows that inflict certain potion effects. Luckily, because I live in a snow biome, there's a certain mob here known as the Stray, which when killed has a pretty good chance of dropping the slowness tipped arrow. So why don't we just go ahead and... Oh, right. I'd completely forgotten that the server developers had implemented measures to prevent players such as myself from obtaining these items. So if I can't even pick these arrows up, what am I supposed to do? Well, luckily, after doing some experimenting, I was able to find a loophole that actually might be able to solve this issue. Alright, so if I did this correctly, all I need to do is break this block and... Yes! Yes, oh my god. And after killing a few more of these strays, we had tons of slowness tipped arrows. But it wasn't until after I got a stack of these that I remembered that slowness 1 is practically the same as regular walking. So it quickly became clear that slowness arrows wouldn't be enough, which meant that I needed to somehow collect different types of tipped arrows. And after a quick brainstorming session, I came up with one absolutely brilliant idea. See, when you complete a raid, you get the Hero of the Village effect, which not only gives you villager discounts, but also a little known perk in which villagers will give you small gifts. And in the case of the Fletcher, there's a small chance they'll give you a random tipped arrow. Which means that we get to do plenty of raids. Isn't that just fun? No, of course not. But regardless, raids aren't too difficult with max enchants, and after each raid, I'd wait near the Fletchers and collect all the arrows that they dropped. And luckily, after a while, I started to see some good results. As I entered day 3, I had just remembered that tipped arrows are craftable, but I haven't tried to see if they've patched that or not. But in order to craft a tipped arrow, I'd need a lingering potion, which requires an item known as Dragon's Breath. But not only does reviving the dragon give me numerous advancements that might make players suspicious of me, but it'll also cost me 4 of my hard-earned End Crystals. That being said, if this crafting recipe really does work, I could have more tipped arrows than I'd know what to do with. So I patiently waited for everyone to log off to make my move. 2, 3, 4. That's it. And there it is, there it is. Okay. Yes! And just like that, we have ourselves Dragon's Breath. Sometimes it's just that simple. And that's it. And nobody online to see it. So now that we have our lingering potion, we just need to surround it with arrows, and that was a huge waste of my time. And this was also a major setback, taking up yet another day of my time and bringing me no closer to preparing for my fight against Flame. So entering the 4th day, I decided to settle with the arrows I already had and started to get the next item, firework rockets, which although normally used to fly, can also be shot out of a crossbow and can be made stronger through the addition of more firework stars. But this means I need a lot of gunpowder and paper. Luckily for me, I've been stockpiling gunpowder long before I even started this mission. Alright, and by combining these firework stars with gunpowder, we have ourselves 7-star fireworks, which should hopefully deal really good damage. So without further ado, day 5. It's now time to acquire one of the most important items of all, a Riptide Trident. Granting near infinite mobility in water, this could give me a critical advantage in battle, but the main issue starts with getting a trident, since I've already swam around the ocean for hours and I've had 0 luck. However, when I learned that my teammate Jaden had a trident, I realized that if I wanted to get this trident on time, I'd have to negotiate with him. Now while he is my teammate, if I told him about my plans, I could put my entire mission at risk, resulting in me getting banned before I even get the chance to fight Flame. So with my options being limited, I met up with Jaden to use my masterful negotiation skill. What if I will give you 4 totems to borrow your trident?
4 totems is nothing.
The only thing I have in surplus is Wait, do you have an E-chest?
That's 1 raid.
Right.
Dude, I'll let you borrow it as long as I get it back.
Okay, I can do that.
You promise me I'll get it back. If you die with it, then you have to get me a new one like within the week.
What happens if I don't?
I guess I'll kill you. No, you get banned. That's better stakes. You take 2 strikes. You take 2 strikes.
You know what? Well, I need this shit. Okay. I'll do it.
Deal?
Deal.
Shake my hand. Okay. You can borrow my trident. I'm sad, bro. I'm gonna miss it, bro. I'm gonna miss my trident.
You don't trust me?
No. Alright, tried it.
We're good teammates.
Okay.
No way.
I'm trusting you, bro.
So since he only let me borrow the trident, not buy it off him, I had to return it to him or else I'd be in crippling debt. So I may have made some modifications on top of adding Riptide to the trident, and with only 1 more day between me and the fight against Flame, I got ready to make my final preparation. So as the 6th day rolled around, I went ahead and upgraded my gear, used leftover Dragon's Breath to get lingering poison, and last but not least, my secret weapon, jump boost potions. These aren't actually banned or anything, I'm just hoping that they'll be really annoying. So now it's time to finally show all the gear I've prepared for this fight, which I've actually just left in this poorly placed chest right over here this whole time. But before I show you everything I've gotten, I'm currently racing my friend to 20,000 subscribers, and if I win, I can change his profile picture to literally anything, so please help me out. Anyways, in about a week's worth of time, these are all the items that we've managed to get. Yeah, no, I'm pretty screwed. I even got extra end crystals, but I still don't think it's gonna be enough. And soon it was time. Day 7, the day I was gonna challenge a player who'd yet to be killed by anyone, despite all the attempts made.
Yeah.
As you know, you've been a real op lately. But you killed my teammates. you even betrayed us in the end fight, that too. You left me to die to renders for the last 7 days. I've been collecting every single banned item, so I currently have the strongest inventory on the server. And if everything goes according to plan, you won't live to tell anyone.
Yeah, well.
If everything goes right. Wait, what do we got next? Alright, this one should be fun. No, I missed them all. There we go. No, that was kind of my magnum opus, to be honest with you. Okay, that didn't work.
Oh, I'll overdo that. What the fuck? A lingering poison?
Jaden's not gonna regret this one.
Nah!
Oh my god. That's why I needed Jaden's trident so bad.
I was trying to figure out why you needed it.
I was thinking that my arrows would have done a bit more. Oh no. That's not working out.
Oh. Oh my. Where's my pearl?
Okay, I cannot touch this guy for the life of me.
Oh my
no,
god.
What? No way. Are you serious right now? Oh no!
Oh, lettuce!
No.
Lettuce! No!
Oh no way!
What a shame! I'd be so bad.
Oh, that's not what I'm hoping for.
Oh, GG's. Double snap? Another totem? Your only hope is to get away with your trident, isn't it?
Oh Just reminded me I can't lose that trident. The villagers! No.
Yes!
Oh god.
I'll be claiming these items for myself. Oh, nice
way.
try.
No.
Even with any crystals.